Traffic's going slow due to an accident, so I'm going to try this now. My name is Charlie Hunt, and this is a lukewarm take of Battlefield 1 for the Xbox One X. Also available for PC and the PS4 system. I have played every Battlefield game since the Bad Company series. I did not spend any time with the original Battlefield or Battlefield 2142. It was on sale, which inspired the purchase, and it takes place during the Great War, World War One. And for this lukewarm take, I played the entire single-player campaign, which is 6 separate stories of separate nationality people doing separate roles on separate fronts of World War One, and it was excellent. A lot of Call of Duty games bounce between different protagonists, especially the Modern Warfare early ones, but they did it like haphazardly, and they tried to weave this grand tale of intrigue. And why I loved this Battlefield game was they just let them be separate, and they were smaller, contained stories that were inspired by actual events. I'm sure there's still a bunch of fiction in them, and they're too fantastical, and they're still like auto-healing. So it's not a true life game, but it gave me a new respect for the World War One scenario and the different battles, and that was a definite blind spot in my historical knowledge, one of many. And it plays like a Battlefield game. You're going from vehicle sections to on-foot sections, that sort of thing. But because there was a huge difference in scenarios and character points of view, some of these characters were super fresh off the boat and young and like 18 years old. And one of them was like 55 years old, Australian. I didn't even know Australia was involved in World War One. So it was really cool to go through those campaigns. The gameplay of Battlefield and Call of Duty style games needs to change. It needs to somehow remain fun while reflecting more of reality. You get accustomed to the auto-healing and taking a couple bullets before you go down, and I think it trivializes the war experience. There needs to be a way to make that an enjoyable gameplay experience, but also have it be somewhat closer to reality. But it was no better or no worse than any other Battlefield game. You didn't really feel compromised dealing with World War I era weapons. There was still automatics and single shots, and I'm not enough of a gun nut to know if they made serious concessions with that to make it more playable. They probably did, but you still felt like you were part of the atmosphere, and there was just enough story in every campaign to make you invested in the character and their story. You know how it's going to go, but it was wonderful, and each night I got to finish a campaign, and then you get your choice of the next one. They're not related. There's no overarching theme aside from World War One was an incredible conflict that had a lot of casualties and a lot of different sides. I would have loved like a primer to World War One, whether that be a 5-minute summary before and after. I'm sure anyone with a basic high school education would have that, but I haven't been to high school in a while, so I must have lost that. But an incredible game. I bought it for $13 with all the expansion packs. I don't plan on playing much multiplayer, but I will end this by saying they made a front end for all the Battlefield games on console where it groups them all together so you can switch quickly between Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline, and this one. And it's really cool because it gives you a chance to bring in your entire Battlefield experience into one kind of front end. And I hope more games do that. So it was kind of like Halo Master Chief Collection, only that it worked. So recommend the game, especially now at the discounted price, and more to come. I appreciate you watching.